Good evening and welcome to another episode of What I'm Drinking. This is episode 12, and it's a coincidence, but it's a happy coincidence that today some young enterprising gentleman up in Aberdeen is saying that today is National Whisky Day, which is something to be very excited about, but it makes me wonder why today is different than any other. I really don't drink whiskey every day, but in honor of it, I will drink a little bit of whiskey, and this is like a two-parter today. You get the shot, and I'll give it away, the beer. So it's the shot and the beer today, and this is really neat. My father-in-law gave this to me. It's a distiller's edition. It's a 1989 Glenkinchie, which is from the lowlands. It's a single malt. And it was matured in the barrel until 2003 when it was bottled. And this is a rather special bottle of whiskey from Scotland, of course. So we'll just open this up right now. As you see, I've had a little bit of this, but not too much. You know, since I got it in September and it's March now, there's still plenty left in here. Notice the fancy glass, and it has a stem. Of course it does. That's a good amount. I'll just put the glass down, put this out of harm's way. Maybe I'll have some more later. Oh, it smells so good. Malty and rich. Cheers. So here's the shot. Oh, that's so smooth. Water of life. The Usquaba, the water of life. That's good. But the real reason is that the family is together. Back in the fall of 2011, a beer has finally crossed the border from Pennsylvania into Ohio. And it's a beer that I first had at my sister's college graduation in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, sometime in the mid-90s. And I'd heard of the beer before. It's legendary name, and it's a cute name. And we went into this little dive bar, and she's like, "Oh, you've got to try this. It's really cheap, but it's good." And I tried it, and I was like, "Yeah, this is pretty good cheap beer. It's better than PBR." And the beer, of course, was Yuengling. And there's the Yuengling lager, and that's the one I had. And this finally, it's one of the oldest breweries in the United States. It's been in operation since 1829. And it they finally increased their production so they could go into places like Ohio. They've been in Florida, and Pennsylvania, and other places on the East Coast, but never into Ohio. And back in October, they finally showed up here, and the lager showed up, and that was here first, and we were all happy and rejoicing that Yuengling was here, and yay, Yuengling. And a couple months ago, and they also brought in the Black and Tan, which I'm not a particular fan of their Black and Tan, or any Black and Tan in general. You might as well just call it a Nazi stormtrooper and mix them together. You know, mix a Beck's Light, a Beck's Dark, call it a Gestapo, and have at it. So, you see, Black and Tan, Google Black and Tan in Irish history, and you'll understand why. Stop it. It's a nasty thing to call a beer. It's like Irish car bomb. Really? No. See, that's not good either. But getting back to the beer. No, I'm not Irish. But it's still offensive to me. I'll stop there before I go on. And a few months ago, a couple weeks ago actually, the porter came in, which is a nice roastier type of porter. It's not very heavy, but it's a very pleasant porter, and I like it. And there was also a bock, which we drank all of. I was going to bring out the bock too, but it ain't here. We drank it. Imagine that. We drank a beer in the house. But on Sunday, we're walking through Kroger, and my wife spotted it at an end cap in Kroger, and it's like, "Oh, I know you've been looking for this too," and yes, I have, because I really like this beer. It's Lord Chesterfield Ale, and this is Yuengling. It's a light, very light ale. It's a grandfather ale, and we're gonna open this one right now. Screw top, and you know, I'm such a dork. My friend Dan gave me a Yuengling glass, which I have. I also have a Yuengling shirt, which I'm not wearing, but I have one of those too. And this is just a nice. It's a light ale. It's a lawnmower ale, and it's nice, light and hoppy. It's almost kind of Canadian in style. It's just cheap. It's pleasant. And would you like some? Would you like some Lord Chesterfield,
Sure.
Scottish wife? Okay, so she's going to come over, and we're going to have our lovely. It's a nice golden color. It's not great, but it's just very. It's an easy drinking ale that you can have several of, and I have had several of it at one
It's mine the
time.
glass.
Yours is the glass.
Thank you, baby.
Okay.
I'll drink it with my rum.
Cheers. Yeah, she's having a rum and coke with her Lord Chesterfield. It's kind of.
I'm not an alcoholic.
It's got a green bottle, so it gets a little skunky at times. So.
No, it's nice. Good solid.
It's very smooth. It's a very.
Not too short.
Nope. It's very easy to drink. It's very easy to drink 4 of them. And that's really about all I can say about Lord Chesterfield Ale, other than
He's
the
not a real
family.
lord.
The family is all the Yuengling family is all together in Ohio. They're all here. They do their seasonals. We have the lager. We have the Bock.
And
We
the light
have the
beer,
porter,
too,
the
that
black
we
and
don't-
tan, and the light, which light and
don't
beer
do,
don't go
really.
together. It just doesn't make sense
But
to
if
me.
you're going to drink light beer, that's one of the better
Let me
ones.
drink
isn't
this
it?
one. I've never had it. I haven't had Yuengling Light. Have you had it?
I thought we had. I thought we had.
Oh wait,
to
I think
try.
I bought a
Yeah.
can of that just to
Yeah.
try it. Wasn't that great?
Compared to Miller Lite or something.
Well, compared to,
Or Bud Light.
there are a lot of things which are better than Miller Lite. And we'll
Genital herpes.
we'll
for one.
genital herpes. See, I mean, you can always take a Zyban, you know. hmm Well, that's Lord Chesterfield, and you got the double. We got 2 fisted today. We got the little bit of whiskey from Glenkinchie. We've got the Lord Chesterfield Golden Ale from Yuengling. And it's going to be a happy Tuesday night in this house. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm really kind of cranky right now, too, because I just got my poems rejected by a literary magazine. I'm okay with that. I will write more. Let that be the worst thing to ever happen to me. Beside this series that no one watches. Anyhow, it's time to go. This is another episode of What I'm Drinking, and this is the 12th episode, and we'll see you in a couple weeks. Thank you for watching.